Hello and welcome to Scrapbook.com. I'm Amy Sonneman and today I'd like to share with you a few tricks for keeping your stencils in place as you work with them. Let's get started. There are lots of wonderful products on the market today that help make stenciling so much easier. And I'd like to share with you the different types of adhesive products to keep your stencil in place so that it doesn't move when you're working with it. We have Pixie Spray, we have the Heffy Doodle Memo Tape, we have the purple tape, we have the Holtz replacement nonstick mat, which I found by accident works beautifully on the Make Art STAY-tion. So let's get started. I'm going to show you kind of where I start, how it helps, and where we can go from there. I always start with the Make Art STAY-tion. I love that it has a metal base. It has lots of grid lines so that I can line up my stencil and know that it's straight and that it's even left to right, top to bottom. They have wonderful strong magnets that are easy to pick up. They'll keep your paper in place as you're working. So let's start that first. So we're going to take our piece of paper and we're going to line it up using the grid lines. I'm going to line it up here, and then I'm going to take my stencil and place it over the top, and I'm going to use the grid lines on the bottom to keep it in place. I'm going to use my magnets to keep it from moving. I'm then going to take the domed blender tool that's clean and pretty, which it won't be for long, and I'm going to take some of my ink, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to ink up this is the new domed blending tool that we just released, and I'm totally in love with it. It makes life so much easier when working with your stencils. So I've loaded my domed blending tool with ink, and I'm just going to take it to my paper and gently swirl. It keeps those in place, both the paper and the stencil itself, so that it doesn't move and you don't ruin your project. The one drawback is I want to get all the way to the edges, and I don't want to get ink that might not come off on my Make Art STAY-tion. So I'm going to show you the second tool that I use to kind of stop that from happening, and I found it by mistake because I want to keep my Make Art STAY-tion pretty. So I'm going to take these off, and I found that the Holtz replacement nonstick mat is the perfect size to put over the top. So my mat goes directly over the top. I can line it up on a grid line so that I know that it's in place. It has a sticky back on it, so once you put it down, it's not going to slide. I can't slide it at all. Then you're going to take your paper, you're going to put your paper down, and you can actually see the grid lines through the white mat, which is wonderful. And then you can take your stencil the same way, put it over your mat, kind of check to see if it's where you want it, put your magnets in place to keep the stencil from moving. We're going to take the ink again. I love the purple. I'm going to take my blending brush, I'm going to charge it up, and I'm going to go directly to the stencil and swirl. It's keeping it in place. If I get it off the edge of the paper, it doesn't matter because I can clean it with the replacement mat. Take it all the way to the edge. You move your magnets around as you're working to get all of the corners, all of the edges, all of the sides. You can swirl, you can swish, you can dab, all of the things. And you can get your fingers dirty, because if you don't like getting your fingers dirty, stencils might not be the way to go for you because it's all about getting inky. And I love getting inky. Okay, so we've got all the way to the edge. You can see that I went over, but it cleans easily with a baby wipe. You can use a little bit of hand sanitizer if it's an ink that's a little tougher to get off your mat. So that's the second way. But some people really are aggressive and they want to layer lots of things on top of their stencil, lots of colors, lots of paste. You need something that's a little bit more secure and structured. So I'm going to give you a few ideas for securing your paper if you're going to go ahead and use like a matte medium or a product like the modeling paste or so forth, where you're going to use a lot of layering and kind of be tough on your stencils. This will help you tremendously. So what I have, there are a couple different things you can use. There's a Heffy Doodle Memo Tape, and there are 2 sizes of purple tape. And these will help you keep your paper in place. And let me show you that. So next what we want to do is place our paper on our stencil. And I want to make sure, because this has so much detail, I want to make sure that it's straight, that my pattern is straight. If it doesn't have distinct lines, it doesn't matter as much, but I don't want it wonky. I really would like it straight. I'm going to center my piece of paper top to bottom and left to right. And when I get it exactly where I want it, I'm going to take the Memo Tape and I'm going to put it on all 4 sides to keep the paper and the stencil from moving. Okay, so I'm going to put it there. I'm going to flip it over, but I'm still going to use my magnets. I'm going to keep my magnets just for a little added security. I'm going to take this time a different blending tool and I'm going to ink it up. This is a little more delicate, so the chances of it moving are a whole lot more likely. So it's going to stay right where it's at. So if we want to add any sort of paste, we can do that as well. Then when you go to take it off, the nice thing about this is you can lift it up on one side, kind of take a peek, and say, okay, that's perfect. If not, you can also make a hinge so that your 2 pieces stay perfectly in shape. So with the purple tape, you can make a hinge here, and you can also make a hinge for the stencil. That way, if you think you need more, the stencil itself isn't going to move and the paper is not going to move because you have it hinged up here. So it's like, okay, I really like that, but if I didn't, I could lay it right back down, ink up my thing again, and say I want it darker in the middle. Go back in the middle, add more, take a peek. Oh yeah, I like that. It's very beautiful. I like the way that it's soft around the edges. I'm good. You can continue to add more as you go. So darker, build up the color, and so forth. So you can keep going back over it again to get it perfect. Isn't that lovely? The next thing we're going to try is we're going to go ahead and adhere it again to the stencil so that it's straight. The purple tape has 2 sizes, and I really like the fact that it has 2 sizes. The small size is great for little things, and the big tape, I'm not going to do a whole lot on the sides, but I want to mask off the bottom because I would like to do maybe a ground on my stencil. So I'm going to block off the top part of my stencil. I know it looks funny, but I want something different on the bottom than I want on the top. So for instance, we're going to go ahead and we're going to place our magnets down to keep it in place. We're going to take our blending brush. We're going to pull a little pink, ink up our brush. And we're just going to give it just a light coating of a background. Just sometimes you need a place for your eye to rest when you're using stamps on a card. And I just want to give it a little place to rest the eye. I don't want to go all the way to the edge. I just kind of want to dust it with color. So by doing that, dusted the top, but we still have space on the bottom. So where we stopped, I'm going to take that same piece of purple tape. I'm going to go ahead and cover up the top part of the stencil And I'm going to add a little bit of ground. Say I want to put a little lady on there. She's going to stand, she's going to look floating if you just put a background like this on it. You kind of want a resting spot. You want some place for her to look like she's standing. So with the purple tape, the wide tape allows you to do that and just give a subtle ground. It doesn't have to be a big deal. You just kind of want to, you can swish back and forth this way to make it look more like a pavement. This kind of brush allows you to dab and get like brush marks. The brush marks are kind of fun. It gives you texture. Now that's a gray. We're using Twilight from Catherine Pooler, and that kind of gives you a nice gray. But I'm going to go back in with black and kind of give it a more scraggly look with the brush, and you're going to see the difference of just a plain inked background versus texture using the blending brush. So with the black ink, I'm going to go in and just kind of drag color. See how you get that kind of veining? It looks more textured and dimensional. You can't get that with a blending brush, but you can, or a blending tool like a sponge tool, but you can absolutely get that kind of scraggly look and veining with the blending brush. So I love the way that looks. So when you take it off, you've got a place to rest, whether it be, you know, for a person or a car or whatever, and you can make this a brick background. You can make it just, you could put a sky, you can do clouds and so forth, but it just kind of gives your stamped image some place to rest. It's not floating in the air when you're trying to create something fun. So use your stencils, kind of experiment and try different things and how things work. So each tool does a different technique. Try the tool, test the tool, and you'll get to know each one and what it's good for. I highly recommend just playing with no distinct outcome, and I learned so much about my tools as well as my stencils. So I highly encourage you to just get out your stencils and play. Just know, you know, don't think about it, just go, hey, let's try this. I learned so much by just playing. So I highly recommend digging out your stash and just playing. The last product I'd like to share with you is the Pixie Spray. And the Pixie Spray is a light tack repositionable adhesive specifically designed for stencils. It is a spray, so you're going to want to shake it up. You're going to take your stencil, and I'm going to take it off camera and spray it, but you're going to give it a light coat all over the back of it, and you're going to give it a second or two to dry. So let me go off camera and I will spray, and then we're going to take it to our paper. And what it does is it creates a tackiness on the back of your stencil. So you can kind of see it's not super sticky, it's just a light tack. What it's going to do is it's going to allow you to kind of place your stencil, and I just give it a rub. I still use my magnets because I love my magnets. Everything I do with stencils is always on the Make Art Station because I just am in love with how it works. I'm going to take the striped stencil. This is the Havana Red Hybrid ink. And I'm just going to kind of, I just want kind of a messy. If you want something that's smooth and whatever, you just go a little bit lighter. You tap off and kind of smooth on gently. The nice thing with the brushes is you can get lots of different techniques and lots of different looks in your inking. You can make it smooth. I love the different texture. So that's what I use my stencil brushes for mostly. If I want something that's super smooth and really dark, I'll pick a different tool. And we'll talk about those in one of the next lessons. So with the Pixie Spray, it just gives it a light coating. You can easily pick up your stencil. It keeps it intact for a short period of time. Pick it up and it's easily cleaned. You just take your baby wipe and you wipe off the tack. It's not gonna, I would recommend cleaning it, but not until you're done. It just gives it a light little tack, but it's not gonna pull up your paper, which is nice. So if you want just something quick and light, the Pixie Spray is great. If you want something that's super tacky, that's not gonna go anywhere when you use your pastes and so forth, you might choose the purple tape or the Heffy Doodle Memo Tape. So there are lots of different options. I just want you to be aware of all the different things. There's things that you have in your collection that might work well too. Try the different things, see if they pull the paper, see if it keeps them in place. I love the Make Art STAY-tion. It definitely helps make me more fast at what I'm doing when I am stenciling, as well as the Holtz mat. It makes it easy to clean. I don't want to ruin my Make Art STAY-tion. I use that for a lot of different things. So cleaning is important to me. So I always use the mat from Holtz, and that just works beautifully as well. Cleans like a charm. And let us know if there's something that you like, leave a comment and let us know, hey, I use this. If there's something that you use at home, share the wealth, share the knowledge. We're in this together and we love crafting. We're all doing it for the same reason. So we would absolutely love for you to share what you use. If it's not one of these things, if it's washi tape or if you have a tip or trick, please leave those in the comments because I'd love to hear. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happiness is life handmade.